Hey travel hackers, this is Idausa, and in this tutorial I'm going to go over the process of the Amazon payments hacks. Now this hack is good for manufacturing a spending of up to $1,000 per month, but what's great about it is that once you have it all set up, it only takes a few minutes every month to actually do it. Now you can't expect more than 1 point per dollar on spending through Amazon through any kind of credit card, but that's still an easy 12,000 points per year with barely any work at all. But really what's really good about Amazon payments is that it's perfect for meeting those minimum spend requirements to get those big bonuses on your new cards. Now actually a very common minimum spend limit is $1,000 flat. So you can literally meet the minimum spend and cash your bonus all in one simple transaction with this hack. And to give a personal example, my first Citi American Airlines MasterCard awarded me 30,000 points after spending $1,000 in 3 months. So I literally applied for the card, made the Amazon payment, banked the miles, and I never used the card again. So in that specific example, I hooked myself up with a free one-way ticket back to Brazil or Latin America or many other destinations with just an hour of my time and $0 of my money. Now before I get into the detailed screencast showing you exactly how to set up this payment hack, let's quickly review the steps to getting it going. So first, you'll need to get at least 2 partners in crime to do this with, and I'll explain in a little bit later why you need 2. Then, all 3 of you will need to create accounts at payments.amazon.com. Once you create your account, you will need to do 2 things. Verify your bank account as well as attach your points earning credit card to your account. Then once that's all set up for all 3 of your accounts, you will initiate $1,000 transfers to one another. Finally, you will deposit the money into your bank account once you receive your friend's transfer and pay your credit card bill in full. So let's go over those steps again in the live screencast. Okay, so right now I'm logged into Amazon Payments. This is the home page. Once again, to access Amazon Payments, you go to payments.amazon.com. Now, you will need to create an account even if you already have a Amazon account for shopping. The payments thing's kind of separate. You will need to create that. In order to create that, you will need to have a social security number. So unfortunately, this service is not available to people who are from outside the US or do not have a social security number. Now, just to give you a little bit of background on what Amazon Payments is, its intended use, and to understand why we can use it the way we're using it for travel hacking, Amazon Payments is trying to compete with PayPal to be the #1 service for doing online payments. And what that means is, you use PayPal to buy things online. You can now use Amazon Payments the same way. So you can put money into your Amazon Payments account and have that as a secure way to buy things, especially on Amazon.com. Now, what's appealing to us travel hackers is the feature that allows you to send money with your credit card without a fee. Now, if you send money on your credit card through PayPal, for example, I want to send $1,000 to my friend using my MasterCard, PayPal is going to charge a fee for that. But because Amazon is competing with PayPal, for the time being, they are waiving that fee and making credit card transfers up to $1,000 100% free. Now, once you create your account, what you're going to want to do is 2 things. First, you want to verify your bank account. And the reason why you want to do that is because when you have a verified bank account, it allows you to send more money, send and receive more money. And the way I do that, if you have a new account, you'll have reminders for it and things on your homepage. But here on my thing, if I go to edit my account settings on the top of the your account tab, edit my account settings, you will see here I can view my account limits. And as you can see on my current account, I have a limit of $1,000 receiving and sending for credit card transactions. Once again, that is the maximum. And the reason I have that maximum is because I already added a bank account. So you click add a bank account, enter in the details of your bank account, whatnot, personal checking, blah, blah, blah. Once that's all in, they'll do a process to verify it. It will take a couple of days. Once it's verified, that receiving limit will be increased. The other thing you want to do at the same time is add a credit card. Of course, the credit card you want to add is the credit card that is going to win you points, going to earn you points for these Amazon transactions. So once you have your bank account verified, you have your credit card linked to your account, and you have all your friends in the same situation, what you want to do is initiate the transfer of money. And the way you do that is to come here to this top tab and say send money. And what I would do is I use the email address of the person I'm sending money to. And remember to use the address of their Amazon payment account. If they have multiple emails, make sure it's the right one. Verify ahead of time. Then you want to put in your amount of $1,000. I typically, for the optional note, will put in something, some BS thing. Like, my favorite thing to say is payment owed for services rendered. And the reason why I say that is because technically what we're doing here is not very desirable from Amazon. And if they knew what we're doing, we're just abusing their service for this, there's a potential for them shutting down the account. And I'll tell you ways you can safeguard against that happening later on. But just a little thing I do, I'm not going to put, for example, in my optional note, Amazon payments travel hack in your face, Amazon, ha ha ha. Because if they decide to investigate for whatever reason, that's not going to look well in my favor. So anyways, once I have all that set up, click the continue button. And then now you see send payment using a bank account or send payment using a credit card. Now remember, the whole point of this is to put spending on your credit card so that you can earn miles. So I'm not going to send with my bank account. That defeats the purpose. What I'm going to do is send with my MasterCard in this case, or whatever card I want to send with and gain miles on. Send that money, click continue. Finally, we have a confirm. Make sure we receive confirm on the information. We have the recipient's name, amount. Make sure you double check you're using the right credit card and not an old one, for example. And click the confirm button and you're good to go. I'm not going to click it now because we are not ready to do our Amazon payment hack for this month. I'm waiting for a card actually to come. But once you click the confirm button, it's all taken care of and you will have $1,000 charge on your credit card. Now, once your friend has sent you the $1,000, it will show up in your Amazon payments account and you'll get an email about it. And you'll see here that your account balance will say $1,000. And once again, this is now Amazon payment money. So technically the idea is that I would use this money perhaps to buy things on Amazon or other online stores. But that's not what I'm interested in. I want to pay my credit card bill because remember, I now have $1,000 charge on my credit card. So the way I'm going to do that is going to come here and click withdraw funds. Then I choose the verified bank account that I want to transfer the funds to and enter the amount I want to transfer. Click continue, confirm the amount, and now within a couple of business days, usually it takes about 2 or 3 days actually, that money will be transferred from my Amazon account to my bank account. Then I can actually pay my bill by either writing a check or paying online the way I typically do. Now, as I mentioned before, Amazon would not be happy if they find out that you were using their service just to rack up freaking flyer points. So you want to take a few precautions to ensure that they don't close down your account and ban you from the service. The first and most important thing to do is execute this hack with at least 2 other accomplices. The reason for this is if it were just you and one other friend, it would look very obvious if you just sent him $1,000 and he or she sent you back $1,000 and you both deposited the money the same day. That's very red flag zone for Amazon. There's a good chance they'll shut down your account if you do that repeatedly. But if you had 2 friends with you, you could send friend A the $1,000. He will send friend B the $1,000, and then friend B will send you the $1,000 again. And this circular motion will allow you to kind of sidestep Amazon's red flag system. Now, Eric and I have been doing this for 12 months straight now with a third friend, and we have not had any issues whatsoever. So we strongly recommend this scheme of 3 people or more. Now, if you don't have 2 friends interested in travel hacking, we suggest creating and managing an account for a friend or family member who trusts you with their personal information. So for example, you can set your mom and dad up with Amazon payments account and do the whole thing yourself. You will just need to make sure that they are using separate credit cards and bank accounts for each person, as the overlap may cause some red flags. Also, you can split up the $1,000 limit onto multiple cards if you need to. So for example, say you only need to spend $500 to meet the minimum spend limit on card A. You can send that $500 with that card, then send the remaining $500 with a different card. And just be sure that you do a complete $1,000 every month. Otherwise, you're just leaving points on the table. And just a few more tips to avoid any problems with Amazon or your credit card company. First, try to diversify the spending on your card so that it's not just Amazon payments, because this will look suspicious if your credit card statement comes in, every month, just Amazon payment. That's the only thing you're doing with that card. Now, that being said, I do have a few cards where that is the only thing I ever did with it, and I had no problems. But once again, I would only do it until I got the minimum spend limit, and I would never use it again. If I were doing it 12 months in a row, then maybe I would have had a problem. There's no really saying, but it's always best to be careful so you stay in good standing with the credit card companies. And to avoid problems at Amazon, you should keep the same arrangement with your partners every month, because if you change it up, then it could end up looking like a direct back and forth of money exchange between you and another person. Also, as you spread the travel hacking love to your friends, you can add them into the payment loop as well. But yeah, the more people you have, the merrier, and the less likely that Amazon will catch on to what you're doing. Finally, our last tip to you is to set up calendar reminders and be sure to pay off your bill immediately so that you don't lose track of your payments. And remember, this hack is not complete until you close the loop and pay back the credit card company the money you sent with Amazon. So it's very easy to send money in Amazon, deposit your money, and then throughout the other expenditures of your life, you forget to pay that back. That's not going to be good, because once again, it's still $1,000 you're owing to the credit card company. So take care of that as soon as possible. So that's it for the Amazon payments hack. It's pretty straightforward once you're done with all this setup. If you're a subscriber to our full course, Travel Hacking 101, be sure to post a question in the sidebar if you have any. Okay guys, thanks for watching and good luck.